And in addition, it activates our sympathetic nervous system. And the sympathetic nervous system impacts our immune system and our physical health. Yoga impacts the parasympathetic nervous system, which helps to reduce muscle tension and also lowers your heart rate and lowers your blood pressure. So you're all doing just what you need to do for yourselves during this time, not only the pandemic, but other times as well, and you all know that as well. So let's begin this morning's class. Come to sit comfortably, whether you're sitting on your mat, easy, comfortable pose, or seated in your chairs, comfortable. And grow your spine, nice yogic spine, nice tall spine this morning. And let's just place one hand on the abdomen and the other hand can rest on your knee or your thigh. We're going to draw the shoulders back and down, tall spine, and just lower your eyelids. Just close your eyes. And then you're going to inhale, and you're going to feel a little expansion of the belly, and exhale the contraction, the softening. And so we're just going to follow that breath just for maybe 60 seconds, maybe a little longer. Allowing our body to begin to relax and our mind to be calm and alert. So we've got an in-breath and an out-breath. Now the next time you're going to exhale, I want you to slowly lower your chin to your chest. On your exhalation, slowly lower your chin to your chest. Remove that hand onto your thigh. Open your eyes and lift your gaze. So we're going to start with a little eye exercises this morning. I'm going to just take my glasses off for that. Little eye exercises. And so it's not moving your head, it's just keeping the head isolated and opening the eyes as wide as you can. And I want you to sweep your gaze upward, not your head, just your gaze sweeps up and lowers down. Look up again, eyes wide, lower down. Look up and lower. Now we're going to sweep our gaze to the right, over to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. Come back to center. We're going to go on a diagonal. Look up to the right-hand corner and look down to the left-hand corner. Up to the right, down left. Don't move your head and face. Up to the right, down to the left. Come back to center. You can just soften your gaze a little bit, close them, then open wide, and then diagonally up to the left corner and down to the right, up to the left, down to the right, up to the left, down to the right, back to center, eyes are closed. You're going to bring the palms of your hands together and you're going to rub them rapidly. Nice rapid friction, heat, and then you're going to cup your hands and with the eyes closed, just cover your eyes with the palms of your hands cupped and then just begin to slowly open the eyes. And then lower the hands onto the knees. Nice. So let's bring our head to the right. This time turn the head over to the right. Look up, look down, gaze back to neutral and head turns back to center. Go over to the left side, chin leading, eyes wide, look up, look down, eyes neutral, head back to center. Chin drops to your chest. Shoulders are back. Don't let the shoulders roll forward. Chin lifts to the sky. Jaw relaxed. Chin to the chest. Shoulders back. Chin to the sky. Chin to chest. Head up. And back to neutral. Let's bring the palms together. Interlace the fingers and then open the palms. Now palms are facing away from you and press them away as you straighten the elbows. And now sweep them over your head. Reach through the side rib cage. Now thumbs are pressing upward to the ceiling, little fingers are pressing down towards the floor. If you can, just to flatten out the palms. We're going to move the torso laterally to the right, maybe it's your left, and just reach up. Keep stretching through the torso, not so much of a lateral stretch, but just leaning the entire torso. Slow, even breathing, just as we started the class. Center and over to the other side. Good. Deep breath in and out. Back to center. Release your hands, let them float out to the side and bring them down. Now because I'm sitting in the chair, I'm going to slide slightly forward so that I have room to rotate my torso, hands are on my knees, and just a little bit of a circle to begin with. Just start with a gentle circle, trying to isolate the rib cage as you move. And then you can gradually increase the circle diameter. And then deep forward fold, back, again, big reach, and back, and once more. Center. Now take a moment to adjust. We're going to work to the other side. Remember, go gently first, kind of like you're testing the waters. If you focus on your sit bones, you can even feel that rotation in the lower part of your spine, or your sit bones rather. And then you're going to increase the diameter. And then you're going to sweep forward to the side, lean back, side, reach forward with your spine. Don't be in a hurry. Last time, make it as big as you can. Back to center and adjust. Now those of you that are working on the mat, I want you to lie down on your backs. Your knees are bent with your feet hip width apart, and knees are pointed up to the ceiling, okay? Arms are resting alongside your body. If you're seated in the chair, basically, if you're working on your mat, let me just show you what you're going to do. Arms beside your body. You're going to keep your arms on the floor so that they're relaxed, they're supported. And you're going to begin to gently slide them out to the side. Take them up and over your head. And bring them back down to your sides. That's all we're going to do. Just that simple movement. Your spine is well supported, lying on your back. So you're just going to focus on that gentle movement of the arms and the shoulders. If you are remaining to sit in your chairs, it's basically the same thing. I'm sitting to the back edge of the chair so the torso is relaxed and supported. I'm sweeping the arms around and over my head, gentle movement, and lowering to the side. So get yourself either on your backs or in the chair. Arms sweep around along the floor or along the body. And back down. Repeating again. No effort, torso totally relaxed. You should be comfortable. Just feeling the sensation of the movement of your arms. That's it. And we'll do that one more time, out to the side, around above your head. Again, if it's on the floor, along the floor, and back to your sides. Very nice. Now here's where we're going to use the block or whatever prop that you have to place between your thighs. So you're lying with your knees bent. You're going to take the block on the narrow edge and you're going to place it between your thighs, above your knees, so that you can squeeze that block. All right? Now you've got the block. If you are seated in the chair, we're going to come into bridge pose. Now, if you feel very strong this morning, those of you that are seated in the chair, watch for a moment. I've got that block. I'm going to use my arms. I'm going to push down, press forward, squeezing the block. If that's too much for you, stay seated and just squeeze the block and bring the arms to goalpost arms. Now, if you are on the floor, you are still keeping the block between your thighs. You're going to bring the arms out to the side, bend the elbows. You've got the goalpost arms. We're going to squeeze that block, everybody. Now, either lift your hips off the chair or lift your hips off the mat if you can. Arms back, lower down. Repeat, push down, lift up, squeeze that block, and lower. Squeeze the block and lift. Press your shoulders, press the hands into the mat. Relax your jaw and lower. Once more, lift, lower, back up into bridge, shoot your knees across the room. Hold it, breathe, and release. Remove the block, okay? And that's all the bridge pose today. Next, we're going to come into Echapata. Aponasana Echapata. So very simple. We're just going to lift the right leg and you're going to hug that right knee to your chest. That's all you're going to do. So right leg, nice squeeze. Hug it in, take a few deep breaths. Abdominal breathing, because when you take that leg in, you stimulate your digestive system when you breathe and stretch the belly. Now, I want you to slowly begin to straighten the leg. You don't have to totally straighten it. If it wants to remain the knee bent a little bit, you can. You're holding the back of the thigh, and you're flexing the foot. Remember, just comfortably, whatever's comfortable for your leg, don't force it. Now, we're going to point and flex. Point and flex that ankle. Okay? That's it. Now we're going to circle. Lead with your little toe and circle, external rotation. Try not to have the whole leg moving. Just isolate that foot so you work that ankle. Don't cheat. And then lead with the big toe, internal rotation. And then relax the leg, bend the knee into your belly. Take a deep squeeze in, take a breath in, and a breath out, and release that foot to the mat. Let's take the opposite leg up. Hold the shin to begin with, hug it into your belly. Take a few abdominal breaths. Deep breath in and out. We want to stimulate the digestive system. Build up our immune system. Now reach to the back of the thigh and begin to straighten. Remember, comfortably. Don't have to totally straighten the knee. And then you're going to begin to point and flex. Good. Now we lead with a little toe and circle. Looks good. Yeah, no one's moving their leg, they're just moving their ankle. Beautiful job. Lead with a big toe, internal rotation. Great. And then bend that knee, hug it into your belly. Deep breath in, feel that belly expand. On the exhalation, release and lower that leg to the mat. We're going to use the block once more. Did I do my block? Here it is. This time, you're going to take it on the wide edge rather than the narrow, the wide edge. And you're going to place it between, just above your knees. Not too high up, but just above the knees. You've got that little position. And you're going to bring your feet as close together as you can. Feet are going to come as close together as you can, so that you're firing up the inner thighs, all right? So you've got a good grip with that block. Feet together, knees nice and wide, okay? Now, you're going to take your hands to the belly, and you're going to take a deep breath in. Inhale the breath. On the exhalation, squeeze the block and draw your navel into your spine. Exhale, squeeze block, squeeze belly. Inhale, relax the squeeze, keep the block where it is. Exhale, squeeze it in, navel to spine. Good. Again, inhale, deep breath in, relax the squeeze. On the exhalation, press the thighs against that block, squeeze your navel to your spine. Keep your feet on the floor. There you go. Inhale, relax the pressure on the block. Exhale, big squeeze. Keep the feet on the mat, feet together. Feet together. Once more, inhale. Exhale, big squeeze, and release. Remove the block. Now, you're just going to reverse. You're going to take your feet the width of your mat, and you're going to bring your knees together. So we're just reversing and squeezing the knees together. Okay? Now, just open your knees. Knees and feet are hip width apart. You're still lying on the mat, or you're seated in your chair. Now, mat folks, this time, another little movement with the arms and the legs. And if you are lying on your mat, little Aponasana, so we take the knees in. We take the legs up and the arms over your head. We bring the knees down, hands to knees. Don't bring the feet to the floor. Lift the arms, lift the legs. Bend the knees, take the hands to the knees. So come onto your backs, or you are on your backs. Bring your knees into your chest, take your hands to your knees. If we're in the chair, it might be difficult to do both legs at a time, so we're just going to do one leg at a time. So we're going to take one leg up, arms over your head, lower down, lift the other, and lower. Remember, arms up, legs up if you're on the mat. If you're in the chair, you're alternating your legs. Lower. Arms over your head, legs lifted. And lower. Arms over your head, leg lift. And lower. Strengthening the abdomen. Arms over your head, leg lifts. And lower, and one more time. Now maybe in the chair you can do both legs and both arms. Good. Now take your hands to your inner thighs, keep your legs extended, knees straight, feet to the sky, and separate your legs nice and wide. Flex those feet, push out through the heels. Nice stretch. Looks good. Hands come to the outside of the legs. Draw the legs together, guide them with your hands, bend your knees, Hug your knees to your chest. If you're in the chair, bring your chest to your knees. You can rock a little bit from side to side. Lower your feet to the mat. Lower your hands to the mat. Sit correctly in the chairs. Mat folks, you're going to roll onto your side and you're going to come up to a all fours position, hands and knees. Chair folks, we're going to rise up. We're going to bring the chair around with us so that we can take it in front, coming into our little all fours position. Remember, knees are soft if you are standing. If you were kneeling, they would be bent. So it's the same thing standing, knees are soft. And we're just going to come into our traditional cat and cow. And oftentimes when I see someone on their hands and knees, they kind of rely on the shoulders and they sink the chest down. But you want to lift up. You want to keep your torso lifted to the sky. You don't want to hang into those shoulder joints. That's where you run into problems with your shoulders. And so remember, we're going to lift the tailbone. We're going to expand the belly to the floor. We're going to draw the shoulders back. We're going to take a breath in and look forward. Cow pose, Tadasana. And then we're going to reverse everything. Just shorten up the space between your heart and your pubic bone. Round that back, chin to chest. And so you pretty much know what's going on. Little cat and cow this morning. Just getting the entire spine into the wonderful equation of movement. Yes. Looks good. Take your time. We're not in any hurry this morning. Now come back to a neutral spine. Chair folks, I'm going to ask you to bring your left leg right up to the chair. Remember, shin and knee against the chair. And everyone is going to take the right leg behind us. Toes are curled under and you're going to press the heel to the floor. So we're just stretching and opening the back of the leg, the knee, the calf, the heel. And then you're going to move forward with your chest and your torso so you can roll right up over the toes. Foot is pointed, so now you're stretching the top of the foot, a little bit in the shin. And then you're going to press the heel back and down and roll forward. That might not be that so uncomfortable as you roll forward, but we're getting a good stretch. Nice. Heel back and down. And then we're going to change legs. Take your time, change the legs. Left leg back. Toes curled under, heel's not on the floor, but you're pressing it back like you want the heel to touch. Don't let the heel be out to the side. If you look down, the heel should be hidden behind the toes. You'll get a better stretch in the back of that leg. There you go. And come forward. Remember, you're going to roll over the top of the toes. Now toes are pointed and you're pressing the top of the foot and the shin. Roll back down. Roll forward and back and forward and back. Good. Once more, forward over those toes. Wow. And back. And then back to all fours, our little table position. Now this time, right leg is going to come up off of the floor and you're going to bend the knee and flex the foot. And now you're going to lift that thigh as high as you can. You're just going to pump that leg, pump it up like you're trying to touch the heel to the ceiling. You're looking forward. That's it. Great. Now, knee into your belly, nose to knee. Keep the knee bent, press it back, head back. Bring it into your belly, rounding. Press it back like you want to tap the toe to the back of your head. It's probably impossible unless you're 12. So bring it back in, rounding. Back up, in, and up, in, up, and release the foot or the knee to the mat. Same thing with the opposite leg. Lift it up, bend the knee, flex the foot, pulse. Get that pulse. Really lift that thigh as high as you can. You're trying to tap the heel to the ceiling. Good work. Bring that knee into your belly, head to knee, round your back. Kick it back, head up. Draw it in. Kick it back. Draw it in. Kick it back. Draw it in. Kick it back once more. Draw it in. Kick it back. And release. Let's come to child's pose. Take a little rest, get the weight off the hands. Sink your hips to your heels if you're kneeling, chest to thighs. Sit at the front edge of your chair if you're using your chair. Stack your forearms. Relax your head down. Allow your breath to come to that even, slow rhythm. And your mind and your body to catch up with the movement. And now we're going to transition back to hands and knees again, or if you're using the chair, standing and turning. We're going to spread our fingers, pressing the pads of the fingers down onto the mat or the seat of the chair, coming into our little downward dog. Remember, get those hips back first if you're on the mat. Lift knees up, tailbone up. That's it. Walk arms distance away from the chair, arms distance. There you go. Slide your heels a little wider than your feet, just a little wider to open those thighs. Now start to press your chest towards your thighs, chest towards your thighs, that's it. Relax your head and then alternate, straightening one leg and then the other. If you are on the mat, you do not have to get your heels to the floor. Now walk a little bit closer to your hands, just a little bit, maybe a foot length. And we're going to try a little twist. And if you are comfortable, if you don't want to take your hands off the mat or off the chair, you're just going to turn and look underneath your right arm. A little bit of a twist with your torso. But if you want to remove that left hand, bring it either to the thigh or the calf or the ankle and draw your torso over to the right. Looking underneath that arm, a little bit of a twist. Remember, you don't have to take the hand off the floor. You can just turn, twisting, looking under the arm. That's it. Come back to center. We're going to go to the other side. Remember, you can just look underneath the left arm, turning your chest and your torso, or you can actually take your right hand over to your left thigh, calf, ankle. Use it to draw your body over for the twist. That's it. And release. Now ease your knees and walk to your hands and work your way up to stand. Hooray! I'm going to move the chair off of the mat. Take it off and out of the way. Let's see our Tadasana this morning, our standing posture pose. How we doing? Looks good. So take a few shoulder rolls. It kind of lifts my rib cage. And then reverse the shoulder rolls. Nice. Now, we're going to do shoulder and arm movements. And remember, we would brush our hair with our hands. So it's like you're running your fingers through your hair. Go all the way down to your neck. We're at the neck. Backs of the hands together. Fingers are pointing to the earth. Reach your fingers along your skull as you point the fingers to the sky, spread the fingers, press out through the palms, arms out to the side and down. Again, comb your hair, fingers, backs of the hands, fingers point down to the floor. Glide the fingers along your skull, internally roll up, spread the fingers, press through the palms, lower down, okay? Again, glide the fingers along the hairline, backs of the hands together, fingers along the skull, they point to the sky, press out and down. Great for the shoulders, one more time. Remember, fingers have to point down first, then glide them along your skull. Reach up and out to the side and down. Great. Arms come out to T position. Rotate the shoulders so palms face up. Bending your elbows, rest the fingers lightly on the shoulders and draw some little circles. Not a big one, just a small diameter. And reverse. Stop that movement, remove your hands, straighten out your arms to the side, turn the palms down and rest them beside the body. And just let the arms hang loosely, shake them out. Shake them out. Now, I'm going to ask you to turn your mat or turn your body so that you're standing in the center of your mat and you can come into a wide-legged mountain pose. And so we're standing at the center of the mat, arms are out to the side. We're going to bend the elbows so the fingertips touch. And then as we open the arms, we're going to come into a wide-legged standing position. Okay? Now, you can either use your block and bring your block forward and center it between your feet, or you can use the chair and bring it forward and center it between your feet. Now we're in that wide-legged stance. We're going to relax the arms to the side body. Sun arms, sweep them around, take them over your head. Bring the palms together. Bend your elbows, bring your hands to your heart center. Let's repeat the same thing. Inhale, reach up, palms together, and exhale. Inhale, sweep them up, together, hands to hips. Now begin to bend forward, only about halfway, 90 degrees. I'm going to bring my hands onto my chair, the seat of the chair. You can take your hands onto the chair, you can take it onto the block. Maybe some of you even go to the floor. So whatever works for you is fine. Hands underneath the shoulders, fingers spread. Now bend your knees, a deep bend, and slowly straighten your legs. Don't lock the knees, just slowly straighten. Again, bend your knees and straighten, push those feet down, but don't lock the knees. Bend the knees, a little bit of a squat. Straighten, bend, straighten. Now this time, bend the knees, bring the palms to your thighs, straighten your legs and stand up. Good. Heel and toe your feet back together so you're back to Tadasana. Now we're going to repeat that wide-legged mountain pose. So again, arms out to the side, elbows bent, fingers touch, sweep them out, take your feet wide, just as we did. Relax your arms, chest lifted. Sun arms, reach up, inhale, exhale, hands to your heart. Again, inhale, push down, rise up, hands to your heart. Push down, rise up, hands to your hips. Forward bend again. Release the hands to the chair, to the block, or to the floor. Chest is lifted. Now walk your hands forward as if you're coming into your downward facing dog. Walk those hands forward. Press your chest towards your thighs. Relax your head. Try not to push your hips back. Keep your weight forward over your arches of your feet, not heavy in your heels. So we want to keep a nice straight line from your sit bones to your heels. You don't want your sit bones or your hips to go behind your heels. Chest to your thighs. Really feel that stretch and that opening in the legs. Take some long, deep breaths. Now walk your hands back so they're underneath your shoulders or on the block. We're going to take a twist. Let's bring the right hand right underneath your face, centered underneath your face. Now, as you lift the left hand, I want you to bend the elbow. Lead with the elbow. Elbow's going to come up first and then lift to the sky, and you're going to look up at that hand. Nice long twist. Now you're going to keep the fingers spread, the elbow straight. You're going to reach out to the side and press the hand down, all the way down. Replace the left hand where the right hand is. Lead with the elbow. Right elbow comes up. You start to turn your torso. As you do, the arm comes over your head. Reach up. Push strongly to the mat to keep your chest lifted. Nice twist. Keep the elbow straight. Press it down. Press, 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 press. Change hands again. We're going to do the same thing again on the other side. Remember, don't lift with a straight arm. Lift with a bent elbow. Bring it up. Turn your torso. Big, big twist. Reach up. Push the hand to the earth. Reach the torso up. Take a deep breath in. Now press straight arm. Bring it out to the side. Bring it down. We're going to the other side once more. Elbow bent. Draw that elbow up. Turn your torso. Bring it up. Big twist. Reach up. Reach to the sky. Get longer and taller. And press the arm out and down. Nice. Excellent. Both hands on the floor, on the block, on the chair. Bend your knees. Deep squat and straighten. Bend your knees and straighten. Bend your knees, place your hands on your thighs, straighten your legs and stand up. Wow. Heel and toe your feet back together. Back to mountain pose. Relax your arms, take a breath in and out. Good. We're going to do this one more time. And so extend the arms up, remember, out to the side. Elbows bent, fingers touch. Open the arms, take that wide-legged stance. There you go. This time, relax the arms. Once more, sun breath around and over your head. Reach up. Palms together. Bend your elbows, hands to your heart. Reach up again to your heart. Now this time we're going to reach up. As we come down, sweep them behind you. You can keep them either separated with your palms facing away from you, or you can bring the palms together and interlace the fingers, either or. You can be here or here. If you do interlace the fingers, you'll feel your shoulder blades come together and you'll feel your rib cage expand. Either case, the ribs is expanded. Now, wide-legged standing yoga mudra. Deep breath in, look up. And exhale, slowly, slowly come forward. Now you may just come here, or you may decide to come here, or you may drop all the way down. Go to the point that you're comfortable with and you feel safe. Don't push or go beyond that. Excellent, excellent everybody. Remember your breath, strong legs, because that's the support, our legs. Deep breath in and out. Now release your arms, let them drop like little ragdoll arms, shoulders relax. Shake the arms out a little bit. Bend your knees, place your hands on those thighs, straighten your legs and stand up. Yay, good work. Heel and toe your feet back together. Come back to your mountain pose. Deep breath in and out. And so we're standing in mountain pose. We're going to draw the arms over the shoulders, reaching up. Good long stretch through the rib cage. Shoulders relaxed. And we're going to step back with our right leg, but we're not going to turn. Right leg comes back. I'm going to slide that heel slightly behind me so I don't turn. And then whatever leg is forward, I'm going to bring that hand onto my hip. So it turns out that my right leg is forward, my right hand is on my hip. Left arm is up, lifting up, reach forward. Now again, you can use a block in front of you, you can use the chair, or you can use the floor, whatever works. Rise up again, and slowly come forward, push off that back leg, maybe here, maybe here, maybe here. Okay, rise up again, that's it. Slowly come forward. Now if you want to revolve, work this into a revolving twist. You press that hand into the chair or the block. Your hand on your hip, you're going to draw that hip back to create space in the rib cage, and you're going to slowly turn. If you have any disc or back problems, don't twist. Do not twist. Let's see how you're doing. That's it. Turn back to the front, ease your knees, step or walk your feet together, and come back to Tadasana. Build from the soles of the feet to the crown of the head. Good. Arms over your head. Remember, press down to rise up. Good Monday morning. Right leg steps back. Both knees are straight. Whatever leg is forward, hand to the hip. That reminds me to keep that hip moving back with my hand on the hip, not coming forward. You've got that? Reach up, a little backward bend if you like. Stretch off the front side, reach forward. You don't have to come down to the block or the chair. Rise up again, reach up. Slowly come forward. Rise up again. This time you can come to your twist if you wish. Come forward, plant that hand on the chair, on the block. Remember, keep moving this hip back, creating space for your rib cage. Start to turn. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Very nice. Take some slow, deep breaths. Try and keep steady the pose, calm the mind, calm the body. Awesome. Come back to the front, ease your knees, walk or step in, back to Tadasana, back to the beginning pose. Very nice. Now, we're going to come to kneeling. So you can come to kneel, or you can come back and sit in your chair. Either or. Now, you're going to take the block if you are kneeling, because we're going to come into a little bit of a camel pose. And I'm going to have the block alongside my right leg. Tops of the feet can be on the mat, or you can curl the toes under, whatever feels comfortable. And you're just going to lift the opposite arm and come into a little bit of a back bend. All right? Now, it's primarily the same thing in the chair. Make sure you're sitting forward, not to the very back edge of the chair. Press the right hand down, left arm up, lean back, release. Remove the block, place it on the other side if you're kneeling. Hand on the block or left hand to the chair. Right arm over your head. Firm the abdominal area, firm the buttock area. Now just lift out of your rib cage, your shoulders, your heart, your chest. Lean back. Great. Release. Bring both hands to the mat, come to child's pose. I'm in the chair, all I have to do is bow forward. There you go, come into a little child's pose. Awesome. Take a deep inhalation, slow, deep inhalation. On the exhalation, slowly come up to sit. Sit to the side, bring your legs around to the front. You're going to come into your cobbler's pose, my mat folks. Soles of the feet together, knees nice and wide. In the chair, we will open knees as well as feet. Hands on your knees or your shins or your feet. Press into your sit bones, lift your spine, take a full deep breath in, and on the exhalation, slowly begin to bow forward. Come to, again, a comfortable position. Don't push or force your body. Comfortable position. Breath in. On the exhalation, slowly sit up. Come into a cross-legged position or easy seated position or feet parallel on the mat. Arms come over your shoulders. Reach up, deep breath in. Now I'm going to separate the arms coming to a twist. I'm going to twist to my right, and so my right arm's going to come behind me, floating to the mat or the chair. Left hand over to that right knee. Torso lifted. I'm spinning my shoulders. I'm slowly twisting my torso, and then I'm gazing over my right shoulder. Remember, just go as far as you can with your neck. Don't force it. I like you to take 3 deep breaths as you hold this pose. 3 deep breaths to stimulate, again, the digestive system, stimulate the immune system. On your third or last exhalation, come back to center, adjust, reach up, arms over your head, deep breath in. Going to the left this time, maybe your right. Setting up your body, tall, slowly rotating the spine. Turning the head as far around as you comfortably can. Taking those 3 long, slow, deep breaths. And slowly releasing, coming back to center. Now, lie down on your backs, my mat folks. Have your block handy. I'm just going to have you come into a little supported bridge. So have that block handy. And just to give you a little reminder, when we come into supported bridge, we take the block, we place it below the waistband. I like to interlace my hands at the back of the block. It's comfortable for me, or not, whatever. Then maybe I'll lift my feet, and maybe you'll take the legs up into the air. So we'll get a little inversion this morning for my mat folks. All right, come into that. Chair folks, you can use your block just to let your feet rest on that block. Maybe even, well, the high edge isn't that stable, but even feet on the block, arms alongside the body. And so we'll hold it for maybe a minute, maybe 60 seconds, or whatever is comfortable for you. At any time, if you ever feel any pressure in your face or your head, or you have problems with your eyesight, glaucoma, or pressure on the eyes, you're not going to hold the pose long. Just keep the knees bent. It's good to be supported. There you go. And then slowly lower your feet to the mat if you're still in the inversion. Once the feet are on the mat, you're going to lift your hips and remove the block. Set it off to the side. Bring your knees to your chest. Bring your chest to your knees if you're sitting in the chair. Aponasana, rock from side to side. And we're ready for Shavasana, ready for a little R&R, so to speak, or just to let the body and the mind be like a little sponge and just absorb all the benefits of this morning's asana practice. If you have a blanket, you can even cover yourself nice and cozy, and then sit at the back edge of the chair if you are seated in a chair. Palms are resting up towards the ceiling, arms beside your body if you're on the mat. Align your nose with your chin. Align your chin with your breastbone. Allow the front body to relax on the back body. Take a full, complete breath in. You can audibly sigh it out. Another deep breath in. And just slowly exhale through your lips. Keep your jaw soft. Relax and let go. You can stay as long as you like in your Shavasana, or if you'd like to begin to come out, remember, move slowly. Don't jump out. Don't jerk your body. Start to move fingers and toes. Roll wrists and ankles. Roll head side to side. And of course, we take our full body stretch. Just another little stretch for the morning. And then release the hands to your sides. If you're lying on the mat, bend one knee at a time, placing the feet to the floor. Then when you're ready, just slide your hips to the left, maybe roll to the right. And take your time, support yourself to sit, or just stay in your Shavasana, whatever you wish. If you are coming back to a seated position, bring your hands to your heart center, bow to your inner light. Congratulate yourself for coming to class this morning, and I thank you for coming to class this morning. I really appreciate it. Remember, the greater the challenge, the better the triumph. Namaste.
Namaste.
So thank you all. Be well. Have a beautiful week. And I will see you again whenever or next Monday here at Zoom